Now, half of you I have for a tutorial after lunch today. Am I right? Yeah. So I don't know how much we'll get done with the tutorial because we only did one lesson so far. So the tutorial is revision for everything you did last week. But we only had one class last week, so we might not be doing too much in it. Anyways, let's just see who I've got. Matar?
Yes.
Yep. Umar? There you are. Diana? Priscilla?
Yep.
Okay. Hussein? Abdulaziz? Daria? Daria? No? She's not here? Okay, fine. Nikita isn't here. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay. Ratomi? Ratomi, is it? Rotimi? How do you say that? Rotimi? I'll work on it. Okay. Alex? Alex? Spar as well. Are they all getting breakfast or something, is it? Oh, well, here comes one of them now. Patrick? Mohammed K? Mick? Or MC?
Yeah.
Where? Oh, that's him. But where's Mohammed Omar? Oh, there you are. David? Oh, I see my page is wearing down. Hazza? There you are. Sabrina? Okay. Vanessa? Ishpreet? That's what I get for folding it up. Ania? I can't see anymore. Amy. A-I-M-I, sorry. I couldn't. It was fading away. Joshua? Ray? Barak? Okay. Did I miss anybody? Your name's not on the list. Was that the same situation as last week? I called your name last week, but not this week. Amazing. And your name is? Oh, yes, I skipped over your name. Sorry. Yes. Okay. So,
I didn't have my name. Nikita.
yeah, no, it's okay. They told me you were in Spar, so it's fine.
In sport.
Oh, they were covering for you, was it? You weren't really in Spar. All right, whatever. Okay, let's get started. Parallel and perpendicular. So write that down. I don't mind. Now, I think a lot of you know these two words already, parallel and perpendicular. Yeah? So how can you remember the difference? Parallel is parallel. It's in the name. And perpendicular is like this. So parallel lines and perpendicular lines. Okay? Now, what's so great about parallel lines? Well, if that has a slope of m1 and that has a slope of m2, what do we know about them? They're the same. A little bit harder. What do we know about lines that are perpendicular? What about their slopes? How are they related? Yeah, how exactly?
M1 times M2 equals to
That's it, yeah. M1 times M2 equals minus 1. Yeah. So, if you have this, then the lines are parallel. And if you have this, then they are perpendicular. Okay? You might want to make note of that. Okie dokie. We got that? Yeah? Like I said, most of you, probably all of you, have seen this before. So let's have a look at some examples of what we might have to do. So, first example, let's say, is L is parallel to K. And let's say K is the line 5x minus 7y, no space, minus 3 equals 0. And I also tell you that A, which is the point 19, is on L. And my question is to find L. So I'll just sketch roughly what the situation is. So what you've got is this. I've given you a line K. You know this. I've given you a point A. You know this. And what I'm looking for is the line L. And I tell you that L passes through A and is parallel to K. So, we know what the slope of this line is, don't we? It'll equal the slope of the other line. Yes? This M will be the same as the M for this line. Do we know the slope for K? Yeah, we nearly do. Yeah, it'll be, by rearranging this, it'll be 5 over 7, won't it? If I just rearrange this down here, I get 5x minus 3 equals 7y. So, as you said, 5 over 7x minus 3 over 7, that's equal to y. So this guy has a slope of 5 over 7. So this guy also has a slope of 5 over 7. Yep. Now, all that's left to do is to figure out what the c is. We have the m. We need to get the c. We saw how to do that last week, didn't we? We get the c by subbing in the point A, which we said is 1, 9. Okay, so let's do that. So 9 equals 5 over 7 plus c. So what's that? 48 over 7, is it? What's the c, please?
8, 2.2 divided by 7.
Yeah, but give it to me as a fraction. 58 over 7. 58 over 7. So we're finished. Y equals 5 over 7x plus c, which is, what do we say, 58 over 7. Like that. Okay, so that's our first question. That would be a normal exam question. I would say if you got this in the exam, it probably would be a 4-mark question, 4%. So if you write that one down, we'll have a look at more examples now. Getting cold?
Yeah, they just asked me.
When you're ready, we'll have a look at more examples now. It's writing pad's falling apart. Next example. Come on. Okay. We have that? Yeah? Do you need a minute or we got that? We can continue. Well, I'll just scroll down a little bit. So I'll draw the next example. So we'll keep it. Do you know what? Let's keep all the information the same, but this time we'll just make it perpendicular. Just keep it straightforward, keep the same number. So it's the same information. The only thing I'm changing now is L is perpendicular to K. Everything else is the same. So let's quickly just draw that again. Here's K. What did we say the equation was? Let me see where to go. Where's it gone? 5x minus 7y minus 3 equals 0. Is that it? Yeah? And then what was the point A? 1, 9. Okay, thank you. And this time we're looking for the line L, but now it's going to be perpendicular. Okay, so it's only a little bit different, but it's not even that much different. Once again, we rearrange this, and what did we get? Y equals 5 over 7x minus 3 over 7. So far, so good. M equals 5 over 7. There's a quick way to get the M for the perpendicular line. Does anyone know what it is?
Minus 7 over
That's it. Minus 7 over 5. So what you do is you flip it upside down and then change the sign. And stick in the minus. Yeah, changing the sign. So now we're back to where we were in the last question. We have y equals m x plus c. How do we get the c? We sub in the point. So let's see what we get this time. 9 equals minus 7 over 5 plus c. 45. 52 over 5 is the c? 52 over 5, yeah. So we're finished. Y equals minus 7 over 5x plus 52 over 5. Got the c there. Okay, well that's our second example, if you can write that down. We got that, yeah? Okay, let's do another example, but before I jump into giving you the answer, I'll let you try it for a minute to see if you can figure it out. With 2 examples done now. Can I scroll down? Yeah. Okay, let's scroll down. So I'll draw the picture here for you. Let me give, let's say, here's A, here's B, here's C, and we'll say A is 1, 1, B is 3, 2, and C is 2, 5, we'll say. That looks okay to me. What you have here, I'm going to draw a line between B and C. Like that. I'm going to draw a line through A. And guess what? This line is going to be parallel to this line. So B is on this line, C is on this line. And the second line is parallel to this first line, which passes through A. So this is line L, and my question is to find line L, the equation for it. So before you start, just tell me, what is the first thing you'll need to do between BC? Good, good. Okay, so I think most of you have an idea already. So look, just try it for 1 minute and then I'll give you the answer. Let's see what we can come up with. Think you got it? Yep. There were a couple of people in Spar who don't seem to have made it back, right? Who was that earlier? Was it Diana? No, you're here. Priscilla?
Yeah.
No, you're here, okay. Oh, maybe it was Daria. Ah, she's sick. She was in this morning? And she went home sick, you think? Yeah, okay. Okie dokie. Right, we have answers here? Not yet? No? I see some people have answers, some people nearly have answers. You have an answer yet? I'll finish. Okay. Let's have a look. So some of you said correctly, we first should find the slope here. Yeah, using our formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So here they are here. We'll say 5 minus 2 over 2 minus 3 minus 3. And because this is parallel, it's also minus 3. Y equals minus 3x plus c is the line. Which point do I sub in? Ah, gotcha. No, only A. Because A is the only one on the line I want. Yeah, so it must be A. So if I sub in A, which is 1, 1, I get C is 4, yeah? So here we go. That's our answer there. Yeah? Okay, I hope you got that. Let me give you another one. Can I scroll down? Yeah. Right, example. Let's draw another graph here. X, Y, let's say this line here.
The right in y like minus 1.
Let's see, huh?
The right in y like minus 1.
Oh, excuse me. There we go. Y. This is not the minus 1 axis. Right, okay. Let's make this interesting. Y, this line here, y equals 4 minus 2x. Okay? And I want this line here. Oops. Come on. Now, it's not necessarily passing through the origin, so I won't quite do it passing through. I mean, it might, but I'll just have it skip by it, for goodness sake. There now. Yeah. Okay, so this here is in the middle between these 2 points here. Mm-hmm. And I want this line. What is it? Now we start to think a little bit more. So try this for a minute.
We have no points given yet.
Correct.
Oh.
Got it? It's a tricky one. Yeah. the red line, which is perpendicular. Lots of thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Some people got it. Some people look like they gave up. Some people still thinking. All right, let's have a look at it. So, first things first, let's get these two green points. It'll help us. How do I find this point? I make y equals 0. If I make y equals 0 and solve, what do I get for x? 2. So this is the point 2, 0. And we know what this is directly. You make x equals 0. So what do we get here? 0, 4. If this point is in the middle, we should use the midpoint.
So it will be 1 point.
So it'll be 0 plus 2 over 2, which is 1. 4 plus 0 over 2, which is 2. Is that there? What's the slope of this blue line? What's its slope? The blue line.
4.
Minus 2.
Oh, yeah, minus 2.
Yeah.
I saw you said
So what is the slope of the red line?
1/2.
A half.
Yeah.
So by using y equals mx plus c, sub this in. What do I get? 2 equals a half plus c. So c is 3 over 2. So c is 3 over 2. So the answer is y equals a half x plus 3 over 2. So actually it doesn't go through the origin, it goes through 1.5.
Yeah.
And that was a tricky one.
It was alright.
Ah, well, it was all right. Let me give you a harder one. So, okay, you got that written down? Yeah? Right. Oh, sorry. Okay, look, let's have a look at another one now. So, example. Okay, that's x. That's y. Let's draw a line here. Let's make this one, I don't know, y equals 10 minus 2x. Oh yes, this will be good. Whoops, sorry. Okay. Right, so what I'm looking for here, this one will get you thinking. I want the equation of the blue line. Yep, give me the equation of the blue line.
So easy.
Too easy, in fact. And this, obviously, here is the equation of this green line. Oh, that's so going to fall out. You're just asking for trouble.
Sorry.
Yeah, for you, but not for the person underneath having a cigarette.
No smoking.
Well, I suppose that serves them right, so. So, I think if you think about this, you can see that the answer, I hope, maybe 40 minus 2x, is that it? Negative 40, oh yeah, minus 40. Minus 40, is it minus 40? Minus 2x, that's the answer. You could do it in your head also, right? Because you can do this one in your head, but you probably all did it the stupid way. So let me see. How many people decided to find the equation of the red line? Yeah? No, don't be shy. Come on, be honest. And then after you got the equation of the red line, you found where it crossed the x-axis. And then after you found where it crossed the x-axis, you got the equation of the blue line. Right? Now just think about this. What's the slope of this line? Minus 2. So, what's the slope of this line? 1 over 2.
Yeah.
Now this point here is what? You can easily see it. What is it? 10. Yeah, 0, 10. If this is a slope a half and this is 10, then how big must this be? How many units? Has to be 20. Because remember, a slope a half means you go out 1 and you go up half a unit. So if you go out 20 units and the slope is a half, how many units do you go up? Has to be 10 then. So if that's 20 units, how big is this? Well, this then is, oh sorry, where is this? Minus 20, comma 0. Now, this is parallel to this. So you have y equals minus 2x plus c. You sub that in, and you get c is minus 40. So y equals minus 2x minus 40. You see? Just a little bit of thinking at the beginning, and you could save yourself a lot of work. Ah, that's fine. If that makes you happy, that's no problem. Okay, so write that one down. And if you did it the longer way and you got the right answer, that's great. But sometimes with these geometry questions, you can think about it and it's kind of cut out a few steps. Okay, can I give you one last part now? So, Do I want to give this to you?
No.
No, well, it's only a small part extra. So if I was to extend this line and extend this line, oh goodness. Yeah.
Perpendicular?
Yeah, perpendicular again. I want to know where this point is. Now, just like the previous question, you can figure this out if you just think about it.
Yeah, the slope is minus half.
You know the slope, yeah.
Y equals to 1 over 2.
Which one here? 1 over 2?
1 over 2 minus 1. 1 over 2x minus 1.
Oh yeah, no, I just want the point.
Oh.
You're giving me the line, yeah, just give me the point. Oh, I see, yeah, you're giving me the equation of the line. You know the slope is the 1 over 2, good. Good, yeah, good. And we can know this point, yeah, but I'm not looking for that, I'm just looking for this point. Does anyone know how a quick way to get this point?
The area.
Area, oh, that sounds like a lot of work. There's an easier way, I think.
The height is all 10. It's 10.
Are you going for the height? Yeah, okay,
So
yeah.
Y is 10, so minus 10.
So you're going to say minus 10 down, yeah.
Yeah.
And is it on the y-axis? I don't know.
But if you know the reading of each time,
You can work it out, yeah.
just work it out immediately.
This is how I'm going to do it, though. I mean, there's many ways to do it. But if you look at it like this, what is this point here? This is the point 0, 10. And what's this point here? This is the point minus 20, 0. Now, if I start here and move myself down to here, what have I changed in the x and the y? I went from 0 to minus 20. So what has happened to the x? I've done a minus 20 on it. And what's happened to the y? I went from 10 to 0. So what's happened to the y? Is minus 10. That rule should also work for me traveling from here down to here. Because you're doing the same path. It's a rectangle, exactly, yeah. So what is this point? This is the point. Did we work this out? Well, we can work it out. It's 5, 0. So if I use this rule, where will I end up? 5 minus 20 minus 15. And then 0 minus 10 minus 10. So I actually end up at minus 1510, which looks about right on my terrible picture. Has anybody seen that trick before? Now, it only works if you know that these two paths are the same. I know they're the same. Are they parallel? Yeah. Are they the same length? Yeah, because these two guys here are parallel. Because as you said, it makes a rectangle. Yeah. Okay, now that's a very difficult question. Don't worry, it doesn't get as difficult. It's not as difficult as that in the exam. Okay, I just wanted to give you a couple of difficult ones, but for the exam, really, I think if you're able to do, I'd say this one is the maximum difficulty for the exam. This one here. If you were able to do that, then you should be able to do anything in the exam. Most of the time, though, the exam would be about this level of difficulty. Okay, but sometimes you could get something like this, where you have to use a midpoint as well as other things. Okay. Right. So what I'll do, I'll let you work on these for a few minutes, and then we'll start the next lesson. What would be good to do for practice? I think if you want to mark these ones, 1 AB, 2 AB, 3 AB, 4 AB, 5 AB, 6 as well. Yeah. 1 AB, 2 AB, 3 AB, 4 AB, 5 AB, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Get started on these. I want to see if you had much trouble or any trouble with your homework. Let me just stop the recording.
So each first like exercise, each.
No, just one AB and two AB, three AB. The reason there are more questions is if you need to practice more. But if you are successful with one AB, then you've got it mastered, you know.